Did you know your hair continues to grow after you die? If you did, congratulations, you're wrong. Now that's a head-scratcher, isn't it? It's one of the many myths about our bodies we've been conditioned to believe. It's funny how we live in our bodies every day yet fall for these tall tales. But don't worry, we're here to set the record straight. Stay tuned as we debunk this myth and 9 others that you might believe about your own body. So, does hair really continue to grow after death? Spoiler alert, nope. Now I know what you're thinking, but I've heard stories. Well, let's delve into this follicle fable. Some people swear by it, insisting that Grandpa Joe's beard was definitely longer at the viewing. But here's the thing, it's all about the skin, not the hair. When a person passes away, their body dehydrates, causing the skin to retract. This can make it look like the hair or nails have grown, but in reality they haven't. It's just that the skin is pulling back, revealing more of what was already there. So, sorry to burst your bubble, but there's no supernatural hair growth spurt in the afterlife. Think about it. If hair did continue to grow post-mortem, cemeteries would be overrun with Rapunzel-like tresses escaping from the ground. Quite a sight, huh? So, no worries, folks. You won't need a post-mortem hairstylist after all. Ever heard of the tongue taste map? Well, it's more like a tongue taste mishap. You know, the one that claims different parts of your tongue are responsible for tasting different flavors? Sweet at the tip, salty and sour on the sides, and bitter at the back. Sounds pretty cool, right? Well, brace yourselves, because it's time to bust this myth. This tongue map idea originally sprouted from a misunderstood translation of a German paper way back in the early 20th century. And like a game of broken telephone, it just kept spreading. But here's the twist. Scientists have since discovered that taste receptors for all flavors are, in fact, distributed all over the tongue. That's right, you can taste your sweet desserts and sour lemons anywhere on the tongue. So, the next time someone tries to tell you about the tongue taste map, just give them a cheeky grin and say, "So next time, remember, your tongue isn't a world map of flavors." Ever swallowed your gum and panicked it'll stay in your stomach for 7 years? Let's burst that bubble. This myth has been sticking around for quite some time. Many believe that our digestive system, with all its acids and enzymes, meets its match with a stubborn piece of gum. But in reality, it's not that dramatic. Our body is a fantastic machine that can handle more than we give it credit for. While it's true that gum's base, a blend of resins, waxes, and elastomers, isn't easily broken down, it's not an invincible, forever-lasting entity. It simply passes through your system like any other indigestible substance. So, why the 7 years myth? Well, it's a great scare tactic for kids to prevent them from swallowing gum. But science has a different story to tell. So swallow your fears along with that gum. It won't be sticking around for long. Carrots giving you night vision? If only it were that simple. Now, where did this carrot vision myth originate from? Well, it's a classic case of wartime propaganda. During World War II, the British government spread the word that their pilots' exceptional night vision was due to a high carrot diet, a clever ruse to hide the fact they were actually using radar technology. So, are carrots completely off the hook? Not quite. Carrots are packed with beta-carotene, which our bodies convert into vitamin A, a vital nutrient for maintaining our eye health. But here's the catch. While a vitamin A deficiency can lead to night blindness, guzzling down carrots like there's no tomorrow won't turn you into a nocturnal superhero. It's about balance, folks. And what about those rumors that eating too many carrots can turn you orange? Well, that's actually true. But don't worry, you'd have to eat an awful lot for that to happen. So, carrots won't make you a night owl, but hey, they're still pretty good for you. Ever dropped food and quickly picked it up, citing the 5-second rule? Time for a reality check. Oh, the infamous 5-second rule. It's the lifeline of clumsy eaters, the savior of dropped cookies, the reason why you can pick up that fallen chip and pop it in your mouth before anyone notices. We've all been there, right? But let's face it, this rule is as mythical as unicorns and leprechauns. Here's the cold, hard truth. Bacteria doesn't wait for your 5-second countdown. The moment your food hits the floor, it's party time for those microscopic party crashers. They're faster than you can say, oops. And guess what? The type of surface and the moisture level of the food also play a part. A dry cracker on a clean countertop might survive better than a moist slice of pizza on a dirty floor. Gross, right? So the next time you drop your food, maybe just let it go. Being told to drink 8 glasses of water a day? Not so fast. This is one of those health tips that's been floating around for ages like a stubborn piece of cork. It's everywhere, from health magazines to your well-meaning aunt. But let's burst this bubble, shall we? The truth is, there's no one-size-fits-all rule when it comes to hydration. The 8 glasses a day mantra is a rough estimate at best, and at worst, it's a one-way ticket to spending half your day in the bathroom. The amount of water you need depends on several factors, including your weight, activity level, and even the climate you live in. And guess what? The water in your coffee, tea, and yes, even your food counts towards your daily intake, so don't drown yourself in water. Your body knows when it's thirsty. Think your eyes will pop out if you sneeze with them open? Bless you for believing that. Now let's delve into the hilarious yet absurd myth that's been circulating for eons. Many folks hold their breath, scrunch their faces, and clamp their peepers shut tight when they feel a sneeze coming on. Why? They're afraid their eyeballs might make a break for it. Here's the fun fact: it's physically impossible. Your eyes are held in place by muscles, tendons, and a sturdy optical nerve. A sneeze, however mighty, doesn't generate enough force to break these bonds. Moreover, when you sneeze, your body's natural reflex is to shut your eyes. So it's not you doing the hard work, it's your body being the smart system that it is. So next time you need to sneeze, no need to fear an eye-popping experience. Let it out, enjoy the relief, and keep the myths at bay. Does shaving really make your hair grow back thicker? Time to cut through the myth. Now this is a tale as old as time, right up there with the Loch Ness Monster and the lost city of Atlantis. It's been around for so long, even your great-grandpappy probably believed it. So let's shave off some layers of this popular misconception. The theory goes something like this. You shave your hair, and it comes back thicker, darker, and faster. Sounds pretty scary, doesn't it? Well, it's about as real as a unicorn's rainbow. In reality, shaving doesn't affect the thickness or color of your hair. It merely gives the hair a blunt tip, which might feel coarser or look darker. But rest assured, it's all an optical illusion. The scientific truth is, hair growth is determined by what's happening beneath your skin, in the hair follicle. And your razor? It doesn't even get an invite to that party. So shave without fear, you won't turn into Chewbacca. Does cracking knuckles give you arthritis? Let's crack open this myth. Now, if I had a nickel for every time someone told me I'd get arthritis from cracking my knuckles, I'd probably have enough to fund a fancy lab to disprove it myself. But thankfully, some scientists with said fancy labs have already done the job for us. So where did this myth originate? Well, it's a bit of a mystery, like why we can't find matching socks. Some believe it started with parents trying to stop their kids from developing what they considered a nasty habit. Here's the science bit. When you crack your knuckles, you're not actually causing any physical damage to your bones or joints. Nope, no bone cracking action here. What you're really doing is popping tiny bubbles of gas that form in the fluid surrounding your joints. That's right, your knuckles are basically throwing a little bubble wrap party. Now some of you might be thinking, but surely popping bubbles can't be good for you either. Well, according to a study by the University of California, not only is knuckle cracking harmless, but it might actually be beneficial. The study found that when a joint is stretched to crack a knuckle, it stimulates the synovial fluid, which lubricates the joints and helps them move smoothly. So, in a way, cracking your knuckles is like giving your joints a mini massage. But what about that one time Uncle Bob said his friend's cousin's neighbor got arthritis from knuckle cracking? Well, Uncle Bob's friend's cousin's neighbor might have arthritis, but it's not from cracking knuckles. Multiple studies have found no correlation between knuckle cracking and arthritis. In fact, a doctor named Donald Unger cracked the knuckles on his left hand twice a day for 60 years and not his right, to test this theory. The result? No arthritis in either hand. So the next time someone tells you to stop cracking your knuckles, just tell them you're giving your joints a little TLC. And remember, it's always best to check with a healthcare professional if you're worried about any health concerns. So crack on, folks, arthritis won't be knocking at your door anytime soon.